Oh, they say it's not rocket science. Well, this actually is.
Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine and welcome back to the Rocket Science podcast. So today we are diving into the most famous and fascinating fascinating things about the UFOs.
Yeah, recently there have been a lot of talking about on the internet because of the US government has released a lot of files related with the UFO things, and we're gonna see if these things are quite reliable or if these files are, if it actually aliens really visited or not.
Yeah, it's quite controversial mysteries because UFOs it's like now like people are commonly known as a UAPs. So
Yeah.
it's related with lots of things, government things and Pentagons, and lots of
Area
lots of
51
politics and
still.
Area 51. So it's literally unknown and mysteries, and it is the mystery to solve.
Exactly.
So yeah, sit back and keep your mind open, and let's dive into the unknown.
All right. So first of all, a couple weeks ago, I believe a couple weeks ago, the U.S. government has released these files from Pentagon. The government, U.S. Department of War, released these files of the UFO, and these are from back in the years, not from today's ages, I guess.
Yeah, recently we have we have got lots of files released from
exactly.
the U.S. government.
Exactly.
You know what files we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, but right now it's quite quite interesting because it's a UFOs, and about the Area 51, and even because U.S. government literally kept everything private. About especially about this Area 51 and UFOs, but why right now they just release these files? What do they want to prove it? That kind of. So it's what do you think about the reason behind these files exposed?
Well, I think is the government is nothing but trying to distract the people from something they're trying to do in the back. They used to do that. The government, especially U.S., is really good at doing these. And a few months ago, there's been a lot of files released too of the Epstein file, and people went like internet go boom viral, and then the government is doing something bad behind the back. Like almost attacking some countries. So, so right now also they're trying to distract people by releasing these files. But those files were years ago, not today's files anymore. The people were mistakenly sometimes they mistaken these files are from this age. No, these are not from this era. It's from the previous era, around 1900s. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. Whenever the world is like going insane, there is always something is ready to distract people away from this. So that's exactly what happened right now. But also it's also a good thing because people got lots of things to to keep an eye on that, and like curious things. So about the files, you're right, it was a long ago, and they have already kept it private. So the UFO's history is kind of quite interesting because I've read it, and there is a guy named Kenneth Arnold. He reported that he seeing 9 shiny flying objects.
Nine. Nine of them.
Yeah,
that's
so nine of them, 9 flying objects, like near Mount Rainier. So it's around his land. Is in New Mexico, I guess. It's 1947. So he discovered that, and then police and military, they started investigating this. And then they claim that these are first they claim that these are like a flying saucer like flying discs, swimming on the water. So, and then only after a day later they changed the story, saying that it's just a weather balloon. It's like it's just a the project that they are doing, and that's where the flying disc come from. It's a project Mogul. At that time, they were making that project to detect Soviet Union, nuclear, whether they're making a nuclear or not. So that's the reason they gave. But at first, it was not the same reason. So they're like, okay, what are the government trying to hide? You know, is it about aliens, or is it about just you know, some other things that the government is trying to distract people from. So yeah, that's how the UFO starts, you know. But mostly people discuss about aliens related about that file.
Yeah, well, exactly, because the aliens things at that time, the US cinematic era has been evolving, and then they start to film some alien movies as well. So that movie is trying to catch a lot of people's mind. And while these files release, when they have those news in back in the days, they're trying to reimagine if the actually aliens exist, or they actually come us or not. They're kind of sometimes some of them might be frightened, some of them might be excited about them. So that's why they start to think about that a little bit more. Well, I think sometimes the people see those unnatural thing on something that is not familiar with us. It can be sometimes a chemical reaction that can happen around some lakes or some forests. A chemical reaction, like for example, it's like this naphthalene, that chemical can expose like really big bright light up in the sky sometime at night. It seems like it's not something we see very very often. It's very rare to happen like that. So people see that, oh, it's so bright in the sky, so I don't know what is that.
Might be something else.
Might be UFO or alien, something like this suddenly thing like that. But mostly it's not. It's just normal chemical reaction that happens by the nature itself. So people sometimes mistaken about that, and they just try to make some thoughts from the movie they previously watched about the aliens and stuff, sci-fi movie in that days. Though that's why people catch their mind. Like I said before, I think it's all just distractions and misunderstanding by the local people of what is a UFO.
Also, have you ever noticed that whenever they film the movie about aliens and the extraterrestrial life, it's always about these tic-tac shape, you know, the alien spaceship, and then
circular shape,
it's like a. There's also another shape, like Tic Tac candy shape. It's a round one, and they always show that kind of spaceship, and also the image, you know, the image of the aliens is also always like so terrifying. It's like
sometimes green,
sometimes green, and with big eyes and big mouth, you know, like no ears. It's like
no
even the ear is like too sharp. You know, sometimes too sharp. Is I don't know why they think that aliens might be like that. You know, like it might be like us too. You know, like so it's kind of crazy because we people made up things. You know, something that we have never met with our own eyes. So we just imagine, and that from that imagination, movies like alien movies came out. So that's why people are so excited to see new life,
apart from the world.
So it's like, you know, there's a one person who said about this world, like without aliens, like knowing that we humans are alone on this earth is already terrifying. You know, it's like I was like, while I was reading that, I was like, okay, it's not that quite terrifying too, because we are like lots of people on this earth. Why you have to use the word alone? Like, we're not alone. You know, like there's so many people on earth. So maybe they're comparing with the other planets.
Compare with the solar. If you compare with the solar system, it's really huge. We're only a lone planet that have life on it. So also like when you mentioned about the aliens, you know, they're trying to imagine how the alien looks like. Or we can't. There's a saying that we cannot imagine the thing that we have never seen before. We only imagine the thing that we've seen before. We combine these things. So the aliens are like, they combine human form with another animal form to become alien, or another object to become alien. So they combine these things to become alien. And almost in every movie, every time the aliens arrive on Earth, they're trying to destroy the Earth, or they're trying to take over the planet, kill all the people. Their purpose is always killing all the people every time.
Bad character.
Bad character. Aliens are always bad guys. What if they're good guys too? You know, I feel bad for them. You know, maybe I think that thought came from a human instinct. You know, back in our day of survival, we used to fight ourselves each other too. We had to fight each other for survival too. Like tribes and tribes fight each other. The higher tribe with the better and more advanced weapons wins all the time. So if the aliens arrive, like we think that too, the aliens will attack us, will take over the world. That's our natural instinct coming from always fighting each other. Right? Well, I think that can be sometimes a good thing if the alien actually arrives on Earth trying to kill us.
You think it's a good thing?
There's one thing. There's one good thing because.
In what condition are you claiming this one? Like you're planning to wipe out all the humanity by the aliens, like so-called aliens. We don't even know them.
Well, I think that can be the only reason that the whole world will unite to fight against the aliens.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because if not, we'll be doomed.
Well,
that is the only reason.
People will be terrifying.
Terrifying.
Just to see
only the normal people
creature that's standing right in front of them who was never they've never seen before.
But the normal people will frighten. But the governments of the leaders of every country has to unite together to fight these one unified enemy. They have to fight together. I think that will be the only time the Earth will finally get unification. The Earth finally get like everyone have one common enemy to fight. Everyone will have same mind, agree together. It will have peace. I get a little bit of peace. Or else, I think there is no other way on Earth for the human instinct to have peace ever in the world in Earth history.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy to think about. I mean, first of all, it should never be a plan A. Like in order to build a peaceful war, you don't need to kill any people. Okay,
exactly.
That's terrifying, and that's just frightening just to think about it. The idea of killing people is not good. Okay, so that should be like a backup plan or something. Okay, invading aliens. So let's go back to about the fights. You know, these fights and how these aliens make up things happen. About the Area 51, you know, I would really love to go there, you know, take a look at what's going on in there.
Nobody can go inside it unless you're a government official or something.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to know, like a spy or something like that, you know, like what are they hiding in there, or what are they doing, you know? Because whenever the world is failing, or you know, something big happenings, this U.S. is always trying to make suspicious.
Yeah,
you know? So that's what happens.
That's their job. That's their always job.
Yeah, I don't think I'll never understand politics. You know. So speaking about the aliens, I've imagined, like, there are so many alien movies. You know, there's a series, alien series, I guess, but I don't remember the name though. They are traveling in the universe. You know, with a big spaceship, and they're traveling, and they're looking for the life. So for them, we will be so tiny. You know, it's I mean, just even to think about it, it's kind of impossible for another being to exist in this universe. I mean, there might be, but I'm not quite sure, because recently Mars, just take an example for the Mars, you know, scientists claim that there is a proof of life.
There used to be life.
Yeah, there used to be life on anymore. Mars, but not anymore. But well, they might find some facts and, you know, some data,
maybe skeletons,
data from that Mars. But in order to exist, another being on this universe.
You think it's impossible?
Yeah, I think it's impossible.
Because unless
there's no proof, because you know, extraordinary science needs extraordinary proof.
Yeah.
So which we don't have right now, because scientists are still making theories, and these conspiracy theories, and these you know, these ideas. So I'm not quite sure about this though.
Well, you can't always rely on evidence every time, because sometimes evidence takes time. For example, in our previous episode, we talked about black holes, right? In that Einstein era, nobody has ever seen black hole before, but Einstein calculated it and showed that there is black hole. And then years later, after his death, we found the black hole. The same way, we cannot prove that there are aliens in the universe, but if you do the calculation, there are billions of stars in our galaxy. Just look at in our Milky Way galaxy. There are billions of stars, billions and billions of planets in our galaxy. in that galaxy, that can be, you can't tell that there's one life or two. Or if you take it more bigger and bigger, inside our universe, there are billions or trillions of galaxies inside that universe. That universe can exist multiple times too. Infinite number of universe. There are infinite number of stars and planets. So I don't think there's only one of us. Only Earth has life on that. Among all these infinite numbers of the universe, I think the reason why we have never seen those physically before is that I think it's because the universe is expanding. It's expanding very much, very, very big. So it's getting bigger and bigger. So the distance between us is becoming bigger and bigger. So it's becoming more further, more impossible to reach to each other, to connect to each other. So it's becoming bigger and more expand. We're becoming farther and farther away from each other. That's why it's harder to connect to each other. Exactly. So the universe is expanding like tremendous amount of time per second, like millions of light years per second. It's expanding.
It's kind of sad to know that we are reaching far
away from each other, each other.
There is also another idea why we can't see aliens, like let's say aliens exist, for example. It's because they don't want us to see. Maybe because there is
invisible.
Maybe, not invisible. It's like there must be some transparent things between us, like aliens and human beings. So there is this tiny little transparent, curtain that divide us, not to see each other. Or maybe those beings can see us, but we can't see them. Maybe
that can be the fourth dimension, or maybe
it can be. But I don't know, but that's the only reason why we still can't find aliens, because it's been like it's been over 18 years that after UFO file release, recent now, and so during these years there's no appearance of aliens. We have never seen like something weird on Earth. It's like so it's hard to say. There is only that's the only ideas that comes.
That's what I'm telling you. The universe is expanding tremendous amount of time. The distance is becoming bigger and bigger, so it's harder and harder to travel to each other. That can be, that's mathematical reason and physical mathematical reason why we haven't seen one before.
Well, I don't quite understand why people are so invested in these alien things.
Because if we can find another life in the universe,
what are you going to do with that?
We have another chance to go to there. The Earth has a limit, right? The Earth will not last long. We have, at some point, we have to move. We have to move to another planet, maybe. Who knows in the future?
It's going to be very expensive.
Well, at that time, with that technology at that time, maybe it's possible.
Well, like to move billions of people to another planet is kind of crazy ideas,
crazy.
But
expensive as well.
Some of the people must sacrifice a little bit, but it's not the ideas. But that's the only But it would take too long, because the Earth is still fine. Because but scientists still predict that the Earth will be destroyed. After billions of years later.
Because of humans,
No. Actually, it's because of the sun.
The sun is
the sun would destroy.
But before that, it can be destroyed too.
The whole world.
Because of the humans.
Yeah, humans are already destroying the Earth, actually, because these environmental things and everything. So the Earth is already destroying. So it's not the aliens. Aliens are just an excuse, to cover the humans' faults and human sins. Because if you watch Marvel movies, there is Nick Fury. You know Nick Fury?
Yeah, of course.
The guy who doesn't have one eye.
Because of the cat.
Okay. That's not the story. The story is that he's always terrifying because of the other beings. Like not the people who are not from Earth. So it's aliens. For them, in that movie, the aliens are like superheroes. From another planet, like Thor, for example, Thor. So
Thor is a god. It's not an alien.
Yeah, god. But he lives in another planet, whatever. So whoever lives in another planet out of these are aliens. Okay, according to this. So Nick Fury, he's always terrified of these aliens invading to Earth. So he's always trying to protect the Earth. Like the aliens are. If you take that example and use it for this present time, like aliens are not are, you know, nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found, and we are still terrified. But I think it's the idea that the government want us to give, you know, like, so that the people always have something to think and something to scare of. So it's like about the Area 51 is that exactly the thing is, because government wants to threaten the people, you know, like, we have something new, something scary, something terrifying that can kill all of us, like that kind of thing. So I mean, there are so many spies, you know, so it's impossible for a spy cannot able to detect what's going on in Area 51.
Well, yeah, in Area 51, yeah, that involve a lot of political things as well. They are, whenever the other country is trying to do something, they will know that they have something in Area 51. They have some advanced technology maybe they are testing in there. So whenever the other countries are doing, they have to always keep an eye on the Area 51.
Yeah.
What would they be doing there? But for the image of the aliens, I don't think there are aliens in Area 51. I don't think so. Although I saw one interview of the Barack Obama, the former U.S. president.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The interview asked him
if gave hints.
Yeah, is there any aliens in Area 51? He said, well, he said no. He said no. Well, but I've never seen one before. But well, he said if they hide something, even the president cannot know. Who knows? He said like that.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
President cannot know.
Yeah,
that's
well, who
crazy.
knows? That's crazy. But well, I think that he's just saying that because I don't think that's impossible. President has to know everything in the country.
Yeah, he's trying to twist people. You know, he's trying to fool the people around.
Yeah.
So
well, that's not his almost intent. He's a great president, so it's maybe not his full intention. Maybe he has something to do in the back. But for the aliens, I don't think those exist in there. I think those are just advanced technology, or maybe some weapons or some fighting things, nuclear maybe testing in there.
Yeah, because it involves lots of things.
Yeah, because there are many people who have walked in there, thousands of people who have actually walked in there and get out from there, retired there too. Thousands of people. No one has ever talked about aliens before. Can you believe that? They are independent, retired individuals. They can freely talk if they want to. If they see the aliens, they can freely talk. But they never spoke about aliens because there isn't one. There isn't any.
Lots of people are demanding about these data, you know, exact data to release, but they can't because it's clear that they don't have one.
Exactly.
So yeah, even if they have one, I mean, according to them, if they have captured one aliens, then what are the rest aliens doing? You know, without saving the poor little guy who was already trapped in that Area 51. You know,
maybe he's using it for energy or something. I don't know.
If you watch like Jadoo, Jadoo movie,
they come and save him.
Yeah, they come and save him. There's this little watch to communicate signals, to give signals and to connect, and the whole aliens family just reach to the earth and to save him. You know, so I mean, even if they capture one aliens, then according to them, it will be like the aliens are lower intelligence, lower intelligence than us. Because, I mean...
You think so?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if they can capture one aliens, according to them, then it makes that aliens weak.
Well, a little bit, yeah. But in order for the aliens to reach to Earth, they have to have a really great spaceship, and they have to have really great space traveling plan than us. We have never traveled to other planet before. They reach us before us, so they have to be higher intelligence than us. They have to be.
There is scientists have discovered this one planet. There is a lot similar like Earth.
Yeah, I know. They said the Earth 2 or something.
Yeah, the Earth 2, but it's impossible to go to that Earth because it needs speed of light, like more than speed of light, I guess.
I think it's around 4 light years.
Yeah, so it's
very far
impossible.
away.
But I wonder how did they even find that the Earth, because it takes so many light years, and they can still find it. That's impressive for science.
Yeah.
But the idea is that what if the aliens are living on that planet?
Well, I don't quite much think so. Like
why not? I mean, if so, they can't travel to Earth, and we can't travel to them.
They cannot travel to us too.
Yeah.
If they have advanced,
both cannot travel.
No,
to
if they
each
have,
other.
if they figure out really advanced technology.
I mean, you think like more than light years?
Yeah, not more than light years. They found a way, like just like wormhole. They can bend time through us to reach to the other planets.
The light.
You don't need to bend the light. You need to bend the time. You need to bend the time as a whole spaceship to reach to another destination, which is short amount of time.
Wow.
Yeah, they can. Maybe they have the technology. They might have. That's the only reason they will reach us. They cannot travel to us just by millions of light years. They cannot live infinite years. They're not immortal. And nothing in the universe can be immortal or infinite.
Yeah.
Like everything has to destroy and everything has to recreate it. And like that's the circle. So they cannot be immortal. That's for sure. That's a physics fact. And so if they are not immortal, they cannot reach to us. Only if they have really high technology, really high intelligence, they can reach us.
Intelligence being.
Yes.
Even I think if they have higher intelligence, then they won't visit to the lower intelligence human beings.
Maybe that's kind of true.
I'm not insulting human race.
Yeah.
Humans are also very good at inventing things. They have also like great brain. Like that kind of thing. But according to you, if the aliens are like higher intelligence, then they might not want to find us.
They will find us. Oh, these little monkeys are doing something. Like cute little guys.
Oh, please don't compare us with the monkey. That's insulting. Speaking about monkey, we can also discuss about evolution.
That's for another
be
episode.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you put a perspective to that, like for example, chimpanzee, right? Chimpanzee and our human. Look at the DNA. What DNA difference is 2% different.
Yeah,
chimpanzee
has the same.
Yeah, chimpanzee have 98% the same DNA as us, only 2%. But with the difference of 2% DNA, what's the difference between chimpanzee and us? A lot difference, right? In intelligence.
Yeah. Only
chimpanzee can
make
the most intelligence in chimpanzee can stack the boxes or can put the boxes in the right place. Yeah, that's like a 3-year-old kid.
Like at least 5 years.
Maybe 5-year-old kids for humans.
Yeah.
Right? That's only 2%. What if the aliens are 2% higher than us? They will be incredibly intelligent too. They will think.
According to you, we are we're just gonna be monkeys.
We're just a little monkey like that.
Yeah.
They think Stephen Hawking, for example, he calculate these things in head. He can write. He do this in head. For the aliens, he think like, oh, this little guy doing this in head. Our son Jimmy can do this thing, which is a few seconds. He's a cute little guy doing that.
I don't think it can happen. I mean, humans are not like chimpanzee. Okay, aliens are not like us. I mean, maybe not like chimpanzee.
Not exactly, but what?
Yeah, but your analogy like turns the whole humanity into a monkey. That's not so okay. Okay, so this is about aliens. I mean, so the related with UFOs and everything about the Pentagon and governments, and but mostly UFO things are mostly related with the political background. So that's for sure. So speaking about the aliens, it still remains unknown.
Yeah, unknown, I would say. Yeah. Well, for me, I think aliens does exist. We have never seen one, or they have never reached Earth before. They do exist in our because like there are billions of galaxy in our universe. There are billions of galaxy, trillions of galaxy in our universe, and there are many other universes in that too. All these numbers, we are the only one that has life. I don't think that's impossible. I don't think that's possible. That is, we cannot be the only one that has life on that. Maybe the other among all these trillions of planets and stars, they will have life. Not humans, not animals. Maybe the form that we've never seen before. But there might be life.
Well, the idea of both, like having aliens or not having aliens, both are equally terrifying. I mean, because the whole let's say the whole universe, we are alone. And even if there are aliens, then that's also like another threat, another danger. So is the deep, is too deep, and the depth and the unknown are still mystery to solve. So I mean, just spread your thoughts and keep your minds open about these things, and you can explore, but don't let government fool you about these things, and don't let you distract about your political situations and everything. So keep your both eyes open.
And the last reminder of that, as I mentioned before, I think the only reason to find the global unification for the entire world, for every country to have the same mind, to have the same goal, is to fight against another threat from the outer world, from the aliens. I think that will be the only reason that we have one mind, one goal to fight one enemy. Everyone will have the same mind, and everyone will unite together to find actual unity on Earth.
Well, it's gonna be a rocket science.
It's gonna be quite rocket science. Think about that for the future. Right. So, and if you like these kind of episodes in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Because this is an actual rocket science.
Exactly.
See you in the next episode.